Not long ago, we called this our home. Today, we call this our home. Aleja and I knew we had the rest of our lives to work corporate jobs, settle in, and raise our kids in suburbia. It's an inevitable force. When we decided to trade this for this, we had our future selves in mind. We call them deathbed decisions. If we were able to choose and rewrite our path from our deathbeds, which way would we decide? This one for us was a no-brainer. Of course, it hasn't been easy transitioning from a house to a bus, but we did it. Today, we want to show you a full tour of our beloved bus bay and what upgrades we made to make life off the grid and in nature a real possibility. Everyone, this is Bay. She is our tiny house on wheels, and we're gonna take you through a full tour of the outside, of the inside, and everything that we've added that helps us live off grid and out of the RV park. Bay is a 2017 Thor Outlaw 37RB. I think I got that right. The RB stands for rear bedroom. The house part sits on a Ford F53 bus chassis. And the engine, I think it's a Ford Triton V10, which is engine jargon for it burns a ton of gas. But we try and make it up for it through lots of solar. The reason why we ultimately went with Bay lies behind these walls on the back. And we think it's the coolest and most unique thing you can have in a bus. And we want to show you at the end of our tour. I'm gonna get started with everything on the outside, and then Aleja will cover everything on the inside. Let's go. So this bay door is probably the one I've spent most of my time with, and it's probably the most important door in all of these on the outside. And this is our power bay. Inside this compartment, we've got 6 lithium-ion batteries, 2 3,000 watt inverters on the back, and 2 charge controllers. And really all that means is that we're able to have power wherever we go. So it takes power off the sun, it can take power from our generators, it can take power from our alternator to charge up our batteries to run things like the microwave. Even at times we can run our AC units and all of our plug-in.
It turned on, we have solar power.
This really was what made living outside of RV parks in pretty much off the grid areas an actual possibility. That is a big old tire. We've got about almost 30 gallons of propane. So when we're cooking, barbecuing, and probably most importantly, when we're keeping our heat on in the cold weather, this pretty much lets us run as long as we want. So we're not gonna take the time to show you every single compartment on here, but this one is our biggest one. It actually is a pass-through storage. So we've got, this space right here, which is full of junk, and it goes all the way through to the other side where the door opens. So any of our long items, like our paddleboard and stuff, we stick in here. This is smaller storage, and this is really cool. If we ever run out of gas in our Jeep, we actually have a separate gas tank that we can, save extra, fuel for just in case we ever run into a bind. Or if we want to go extra long in the highway, I can just dump it back in our main gas tank. Once we find our spot or our destination where we're gonna stay, we settle in and we do not use Bay as our get-around vehicle. Rather, we tow our Jeep. This is the thing that helps us tow that just sticks right on the back. It's called a tow bar. And its 2 points just connect to 2 base plates on the Jeep, and you throw the Jeep into neutral, a special kind of neutral, I should say, and we can tow it around. If you look really close, you'll see this small U-shaped bracket right here. To me, this is honestly my top 3 favorite thing because it's a way we can keep the dogs on long leashes outside. Plus, when we have like bikes or any equipment that we're just leaving outside while we're gone, we can lock it to this U because this little thing is welded to the frame, so nobody's breaking that thing, including the dogs. Do we even have this key? I don't think we've ever opened. So you'll notice from the difference from the other side is this side has a design that's a little bit different along our lower storage panels. It's kind of got this like custom warped stripe, almost like a scratch looking thing going along the entire side of the bus. The story behind this custom design on our panels down here is responsibility of mine while I was driving. We were going down a rocky, narrow passageway in Lake Isabella, California, and due to bad estimation, I basically grazed a cement median wall along the right side. Behind this door, I'm actually not able to show you because the latch is pretty much permanently sealed to the chassis. I can't open it, but behind it is a 100-gallon fresh water tank. We have a 100-gallon fresh water tank. And that was a huge component for us because, you know, when we're out places not connected to hoses or power, that 100 gallons, even though we still really have to conserve it, helps us stay out in spots for a week or 2 at a time, depending on how much water we're using. And then here, I don't think we've used it yet, but it is an outside TV. And maybe instead we'll just put up a family portrait there. And over here is arguably the most important seat, is our co-captain chair.
And usually in the co-captain's chair, it's either me or Everest, which I think is Blake's favorite co-captain because he's less bossy than I am. But if we do have both of the kids in a car seat, they're usually strapped to the back chairs, which you guys will see. And I'll be up here while Everest is napping or something. And this is really cool because I can use this to work. I can use it to do my makeup on the road. But most of all, I can use it to conveniently eat my Chick-fil-A while Blake is driving.
Eat Chick-fil-A! Look at Chick-fil-A.
This is our driving area, but what's really cool about it is that we can also turn it to be part of our living area. We actually will eat a lot of our meals here when we do decide to turn this into this little living room area. Sometimes we have our little dinner / breakfast nook turned into kind of the lounger couch version, and so this is really convenient to eat our meals. Everest will usually just run around while he's eating anyway. This is a really cool feature about Bay as well. This is a drop-down full-size bed. It comes down and it's really convenient because we love to host, we love having people with us, and it has already come in very handy because over Thanksgiving of 2021 we actually had 9 people sleeping in the bus with us, and it was amazing. Welcome to the most frequented spot in the whole bus, which is our kitchen / living room / hangout front room area. So over here on the right is our kitchen. One thing that really sold us about this was all of the counter space that we could have as compared to other buses or vans that we were looking at. This was really nice because I love to cook. Blake is actually a really good cook as well, and we really try not to eat out. And so all of this counter space was amazing because we could pre-prep all of our food using the counter space, and then all of these actually pop off, and then you have access to everything. This is filthy, so let's not show that. Probably some of our favorite features are the little upgrades that we made to the inside. We did this really awesome peel and stick subway tile, super easy to install. There are some finishing touches that we need to do to it, so don't look too closely. And what was there before was this really dark, kind of thick tile that just really didn't make sense for how we wanted the overall look to be, very like bright and light and just really feel very homey. And we actually also painted the cabinets. The cabinets were all a really dark wood, and so we really love how they're white with the accent of the black handles. So up here we have a little utility cabinet. This is where we have our internet router as well as a DVD player, which we haven't used once. Spice rack is actually pretty roomy. We have a little turntable of spices. We have other baskets of some different things that we use to cook. I'm Colombian, so we're not just a salt and pepper family. We have every spice that you could imagine in here, and so it's really nice how much room we have in there. On the top of the cabinets, we actually had some extra space, and so we decided to utilize those with little baskets. So we keep like our aluminum foil and saran wrap and Ziploc baggies up there, as well as this is where we put away the drying rack. Obviously, when you're living in a bus in a small space, you have to use every inch, and so that was really nice actually that we had that. Okay, so down here is where we keep our pantry space. And then on this side, something that we discovered actually after we had purchased it is that you can lift up the cushions and lift this up as well, and there is actually more storage in there. This doubles as storage and junk and everything else, and what's really nice is that there's no way for it to stand up, and so you can also get your neck exercises in because you have to hold it. So you know, you get a workout in and you get to reach for the toaster. One of the most integral parts of the bus is this fridge. It is 11 cubic feet. It's pretty big for a bus, I will give it that, but it's pretty big for a bus. Stop! Probably one of my favorite features in the bus, both for sentimental and aesthetic reasons, is this wall. It's really cool because it has a light, which is awesome and beautiful, but this shiplap was actually custom made by my brother-in-law Michael, and it just looks so nice. When we saw it come together, he kind of surprised us with it. We walked in and it was just exactly what Bay needed. Welcome to the bathroom. So this door that I just opened actually closes off to like the toilet and sink room, and it is part of the hallway. What's really cool about it is that it magnetizes to this, and this door also closes so that you can have a fully private bathroom, which is really, really great, especially when you have company or you don't want your 2-year-old interrupting your shower every 3 seconds. The shower! You tend to hit your elbows if you're trying to wash your hair this way, so you have to do it this way. Not that you guys need a demonstration on how we shower. We also love to use it. We set the kids' foldable bathtub on the floor, and so it's really great because we can kneel outside and bathe them here, and it's super convenient. So that is our little tiny shower. This is a full-size bed here. Over there above the bed we have 3 cabinets that are actually very, very deep. On the right we have our wardrobe. It has 6 drawers, which is where Blake keeps all of his clothes, and then it has 2 sections of closet space. And we have actually never once used this TV other than the very first day that we got the bus. It's kind of the door to the closet. You have to like push this down, wiggle this around. Honestly, I can't even do it, so yeah. There There you go. Okay, let's go to the second story, aka Everest Loft. So this is obviously one of the coolest features of the bus, and we definitely needed this space so that Everest could have his own area. Everest probably has the most closet and cabinet space out of anyone in this family. He has 6 full cabinets to himself where we keep all of his stuff. And this is also where we do story time and singing time every night. Se vayan a otro sitio. Pedírselo? Sí, pedírselo. Welcome to the best part about the bus, something that we probably couldn't live without.
So it's pretty much an 8 by 10 foot box that you can do anything with. And that's what we really liked about this, is it's so customizable. It's not like a set room. We can kind of give it its identity, and it kind of becomes like a little transformer.
Yeah, this kind of encapsulates all of our extras. So in here, we've had guest stay in here. We've had movie nights with Everest. We kind of use it as a living room. We use it as a holding space for our dogs so that they have like a comfortable inside space to hang out as well. In here right now, as a living space, we have a dresser where Blake and I keep extra clothes and also some office supplies. For convenience, we have our water dispenser in here, which holds 5-gallon water jugs, and it's really nice to just be able to have that fresh water. And it's moving when Bay is moving and we're on the go. This is kind of our holding space for a lot of things. We also have a quad, which we use as our utility vehicle. We have our camping chairs in here while we're moving. Pretty much any crap that you can think of, throw it in here.
Put it in the box. Stuff that came with this bus is like this couch over here. And we can show you, it actually folds up against the wall. We really can open the space up when we need to pack things in here.
Exactly. So yeah, this spot is essential, and it's really cool because it is an indoor-outdoor space. So now we're gonna show you guys probably one of the coolest features of the bus, and that's what we call our balcony.
So we know that we've been on the road for a little bit of time. We're sorry we waited this long to finally give you a full tour of everything that we're living in, but it's actually your first tour as well as Olaya's first tour, but she got the live version.
We hope you guys enjoyed it as much as she did. Stay tuned for more content, and also stay tuned for an updated tour, because within the next couple months there's going to be some big changes. Don't forget to like and subscribe.